This is like electricity in 1900. It's going to change the world, and you might want to figure out how it works.
Today I'm critiquing billionaires' crypto advice. More specifically, is the advice they give to beginners helpful?
Make your mistake, make note of it, learn from it, move on, and be a better investor.
Or is it dangerously misleading?
And then put in $200 and you'll lose it. That's what's going to happen.
So if you're new to crypto or if you've taken advice from any of these guys, this video could save you a ton of money before you even get started. By the way, all of these clips are from a video by Jordan Welch where he interviews several crypto billionaires. If you haven't seen it yet, it's really good. I'll drop a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out later. First up is Kevin O'Leary. You might know him as the bald guy from Shark Tank, but before that, he made his fortune selling his software company to Mattel in 1999. So let's see what advice he's giving to beginners who want to make money in crypto. I'll admit, I'm a bit skeptical.
Crypto requires a little education. And I think everybody, doesn't matter who you are, should basically get a centralized and decentralized wallet so you understand what the difference is. And then put in $200 and you'll lose it. That's what's going to happen. But you'll figure out who hacked you, why they hacked you, what you did wrong about security. Everybody loses money in the beginning. And then you start to understand how important it is to understand how these wallets work.
So I actually agree with Kevin for the most part. Crypto does require educating yourself, and I think this is where most beginners fall short, but not because the information isn't out there, but honestly, I just think a lot of people are lazy. I mean, I've received questions on this channel that could have been answered with a 5-second Google search, and someone even commented saying, I don't have time to watch the video, can you just answer this question? I mean, if you don't have time to watch a 5-minute video, then you probably shouldn't be investing in crypto. But what really stood out to me is when Kevin said you should focus on learning how centralized and decentralized crypto wallets work, which is the same thing as crypto exchange and cold wallets. And I 100% agree with this, and that is what this entire channel is about. But here's where I don't agree. I don't think you have to lose money to learn how to avoid hacks or scams in the crypto space. I think that mindset is just setting yourself up for failure. There's more than enough free info out there to learn how to avoid the most basic crypto scams. So if you get wrecked by these basic crypto scams, that's 100% on you. It's not a lack of education, it's just pure laziness. When I first got into crypto back in 2020, I wasn't focused on finding the next 100x coin. I was focused on setting myself up to win, so when I do find that 100x coin, I'd actually know how to secure it and, eventually cash it out. So that was how to buy crypto, how to send it to my cold wallet, and how to secure it long enough so that the price can go up so that I can eventually sell it. And back in 2020, there was a lot less resources on the internet compared to today. And from what I've seen lately, most people aren't losing money because of the market, but rather because they are falling for the dumbest scams. So here's a cheat code to avoid 90% of scams in the space. First, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Second, if someone promises crazy returns for doing absolutely nothing, it's a scam. And third, if someone DMs you offering to help invest your crypto, it's 100% a scam. Every single time, no doubt about it. That said, learning the fundamentals early will save you a bunch of headache later on, so learn the basics like how to buy crypto, how to send it to your cold wallet, and how to use your cold wallet effectively so that you can secure your crypto long enough to cash it out. Because let's say you do hit it big and you don't know how to protect those gains, you're more than likely going to lose them before you can even enjoy them. And since wallets are literally how you access, manage, and secure your crypto, it makes zero sense to throw your kids' college fund into random coins like Hacktua and Fartcoin before you understand how the wallet works. All right, let's roll the next clip. This one is from Brian Jung. Now, I don't think Brian is a billionaire, but he is a multimillionaire thanks to crypto, and he runs one of the biggest crypto channels on YouTube. So like him or not, he's doing better than most people in this space. That's just facts. But let's see if he's spitting facts.
When it comes to crypto, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I know a lot of people get intimidated by investing and they see stable coins, Bitcoins, altcoins, Shiba Inu millionaires. There's just a lot going on. But what I'm going to say is don't be afraid to slip up. The best investors make mistakes, but all you have to do is make sure you do this one thing right here. You want to learn from your mistakes. You can make 100 mistakes. If you don't learn from them, you're not going to get anywhere. Make your mistake, make note of it, learn from it, move on, and be a better investor.
Okay, so I think this is solid advice overall, but with the small caveat, don't be afraid to make mistakes, sure, but do be afraid to make mistakes that could have easily been avoided with a little bit of due diligence. If you're putting thousands of dollars into some sketchy exchange because someone reached out to you through a text message and promised you insane returns, there is nobody to blame but yourself. That's not a learning experience, that's just pure recklessness. And yeah, crypto can be super intimidating, I completely agree, but I see way too many people psych themselves out before they ever even get started. And if you never get started, then you're never going to make any progress. So you have to start. So here are 3 ways to take action without risking losing a bunch of money in the process. First, set one simple goal like buy $50 in Bitcoin and move it to a cold wallet. Then continue to set goals after accomplishing each one. Second, create a mistake log. If something goes wrong, write down exactly what happened and what you did to fix it or how to avoid it in the future. And third, join a community, preferably a free one that isn't just hyping up random meme coins. I'm currently accepting subscribers to this channel. Doesn't cost you anything, but I promise you'll learn a lot. But don't just walk into crypto expecting to make every mistake in the book. We have resources now. We have YouTube, we have ChatGPT, we have communities that are dedicated to teaching people how this technology works. Take advantage of it. At the end of the day, you'll never make money in crypto if you don't start, and I think that was the main point Brian was trying to make here. So what are you waiting for? Go get started. All right, next up, Michael Saylor. Now, this guy is on a whole different level. He's not just a crypto millionaire. He's a dude whose company owns over $30 billion in Bitcoin. He talks about Bitcoin like it's the greatest invention since the internet. Love him or hate him, there's no denying he's all in. So let's see what he has to say, and more importantly, if it's actually just good advice or hopium.
Education is free. You should never invest money or do anything based upon a rumor or a whim or an urgency. You should learn, right? This is like electricity in 1900. It's going to change the world, and you might want to figure out how it works.
If you're getting into crypto this early, and yeah, it is still early, I'll tell you why in just a second, then yes, you are responsible for educating yourself. But the good news is you don't need to go spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on courses just to learn this stuff. There are literally free MIT courses on YouTube about crypto, and yeah, they're taught by Gary Gensler, so take that with a grain of salt. But if you're serious about learning how the tech actually works, the resources are out there, you just have to look. But if you want to build a real foundation like Saylor is talking about, here are 3 practical things that you can focus on. First, pick 2 to 3 trusted educators. Stick to creators or educators who actually teach, not just hype stuff up. Second, block 20 minutes a day to learn something new. Watch a tutorial, read a book, test something with $5. This will not only teach you how crypto works, but it'll build your confidence up as well. And third, be curious but always skeptical. Assume most projects are junk until proven otherwise. That mindset alone will save you a ton of money. I also agree you shouldn't throw money into crypto just because you're scared of missing out or because some billionaire told you it's the greatest invention since electricity. And as for crypto changing the world, I think it already has, but not in the way that people expected it to, at least not yet. I think that 99% of crypto projects are a scam, meaning there's no value besides the pure speculation that price will go up. But that's how you know we are still very early in the game. There is a lot of potential with blockchain technology, but I think like when the internet first came out, it's still very clunky and not very user-friendly, and it's unappealing to most people. I do think there will come a time where crypto is just a part of our everyday lives, and we won't need to understand why or how it works. It just will, kind of like the internet on our phones. But until that point, we are still early. That said, if you want to learn how to securely store your crypto, how to avoid scams, and all the other fundamentals you should know before really getting into crypto, check out my free crypto masterclass in this next video. I'll see you over there. God bless. Peace out.